Hi friends. I am Joy.
And I am Jennifer.
Welcome to the world of communication.
So, today we are going to show you the evolution of communication.
What differentiates us human from animals is the way we communicate with each other. Here we will show you a brief history of how communication system evolved. The whole journey of communication started with the caveman. The cavemen used to gather around fire to discuss their day-to-day activities. We can compare this to modern-day social networking sites such as Facebook. The one sudden day they decided to record their activities or knowledge. The cavemen then started to inscribing on the caves. We can compare this to modern-day blogging. The problem with this communication method was it was localized. When people started moving out of the cave, long-distance communication became very important.
Smoke signal. This was the first long-distance communication. It was used in Northern America where each tribe has its own signaling system. A smoke from top of the hill signified danger. Smoke signal was also used in ancient China. The soldiers stationed at the Great Wall would alert for danger using smoke signal from tower to tower. In this way they could transmit message as far as 750 kilometers within a few hours. The smoke signal is still used in Vatican to indicate the selection of new pope.
Pigeons. Due to their natural homing ability, pigeons were extensively used for long-distance communication. The pigeons were used by Persians, Romans, Greeks, Mughals. In 19th century, pigeons were also used to transmit stock quotations from one city to another. Cherami, a homing pigeon, was awarded the French War Cross for her services during World War I. TV series Game of Thrones has shown the use of raven instead of pigeon for long-distance communication.
Pony Express. From ancient time, kings have been using human messenger to relay messages. Pony Express was the first of its kind mail service delivering messages, mails, newspapers and small packages by horseback using small relay stations. It is regarded as the first courier service. It was used in the mid-19th century to communicate between East Coast and West Coast of America.
Semaphore flag. Semaphore flag was used in maritime during the late 19th century. The word semaphore is derived from Greek word sema meaning sign, and pharo meaning bearer. It is the telegraphy system conveying information at a distance by means of visual signals with handheld flags, rods and disc. It is still used during underway replenishment at sea and is acceptable mode of communication for emergency.
Telegraph. Telegraphy was the greatest breakthrough in the field of communication. Although the smoke signal and semaphore flags were different form of telegraphy, but the harnessing of electricity in the late 19th century gave birth to electric telegraphy. Morse code is still used globally as a mode of communication. Till a couple of decades ago, telegraphy was the most popular form of long-distance communication. The US discontinued the use of telegraph in 2006. India's BSNL-owned telegraph service ended in 2013. It was reportedly the world's last existing true electric commercial telegraph system.
Radio. The term radio in Latin means beam of light. In 1864, James Clerk Maxwell showed mathematically that electromagnetic waves could propagate through free space. The effects of electromagnetic waves were observed before and after Maxwell, but no one could detect its presence. In 1886, Heinrich Hertz established the existence of electromagnetic waves. In 1888, he demonstrated that one could produce and detect electromagnetic waves, which we today call as radio waves. In November 1894, Jagdish Chandra Bose at Town Hall of Kolkata ignited gunpowder and rang a bell kept at a distance using microwave. During the same time, an Italian scientist Guglielmo Marconi made an electric bell which went off during lightning. This was just the beginning of a whole new era of distant communication. Early 20th century radio system transmitted message using continuous waves only. Amplitude modulation was demonstrated for the transmission of voice and music, but with little success. World War I accelerated the development of radio for military communication. After the war, commercial radio broadcasting began in 1920 and was a big hit. World War II again accelerated the development of wartime purposes for aircraft and land communication.
Telephone. Until now, real-time communication was confined to diplomatic purposes or for broadcasting. Still, telegram was the fastest one-to-one communication used by common people. In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. At first, the benefits of a telephone exchange were not exploited. Instead, telephones were leased in pairs to a subscriber, who had to arrange for a telegraph contractor to construct a line between them, for example between a home and a shop. It was a luxury that only rich people could afford. Later, telephones took advantage of the exchange principle already employed in telegraph networks. Each telephone was wired to a local telephone exchange, and the exchanges were wired together with trunks. Networks were connected in a hierarchical manner until they spanned cities, countries, continents and oceans. This was the beginning of the Public Switch Telephone Network, or PSTN. The major progress took place after the Second World War.
So friends, here we have seen history of communication started from caveman to telephone. But this is just the beginning of a golden era in the field of communication.
In the next video we will talk about how communication system evolved from wired to wireless and local to global. Also, we will see the role of government to regulate wireless spectrum, and role of private companies to develop existing network of fourth generation.
So friends, don't forget to subscribe our channel and like our videos. And stay tuned for upcoming videos.